Welcome to Technology FAQ. I'm Hirok, and today let's create this beautiful web page with the option to toggle dark mode on and off. So let's begin. So I'm going to open the VS Code application and create three files, that is index.html, main.css and main.js. Now index.html will write the basic HTML code by using the exclamatory mark and tab. Then in the title we'll write awesome India. Then in the body let's create a nav element, nav bar, and inside the nav bar we'll create an element of class brand and we'll write hello India, and after that we'll create a UL, an unordered list, and inside there we'll create three list items. One will be home, the next one will be about, and the third one will be dark mode on. Okay, then after the navigation bar let's create a header section, and in the header section I'll put a h1 element and write India. Then after that a p element, a paragraph. It says land of colors and flavors. Then after the header use the footer element, and footer we'll use a paragraph element and give it a class of credit. Then we write made by, you can write your name here, tfaq.in. so this is my website, so you can check it out. Okay, now let's open this file with live server. So you can download this extension by going to the extensions tab and searching for live server. This is the one, you have to install it. Okay, I have already installed it, so I don't need to do it again. So I'll right click and click open with live server. Okay, so at present this is what it looks like, pretty ugly, but soon we'll be writing the CSS to style it. So I'm going to use this image from pexels.com/India Graffiti Street R2127463. I'm going to use this image as the background, and for the font I'm going to use three fonts. One will be Bree Serif. You can just click on it and select this style and click select this style. Then again another font will be permanent marker, again select it. Then another, and the third font is satisfy, this one. Now we'll go to embed. We'll select the embed here, embed tab, and we'll click on import, copy the import line, and let's go to our CSS, main.css, and paste it there. Okay, next, okay, we'll be using the background a little bit later, so let's write the CSS now. So we'll go to main.css and I'll be writing the basic reset, that is the margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box, etc. We don't need this font family here. Then body HTML with 100%, and body we don't need a grid here. Okay, so let's start the CSS. So in the body, first we'll define the text color. The text color, that is color, and we'll be using a variable here, the var light, and I'm going to define it right now. Let's do it this way. First let's define all the variables that we are going to use. So say root, and then I'll be using dark variable as this color, hash 212121, then dark transparent, and I'll be using hash 000000 and D0. then light, and it will be hash cc, then light transparent will be hash ff a0, not a0, it will be 90. Okay, so these are the font colors, and then we'll be using transition. We'll be adding some kind of transition between the dark mode and the light mode. So let's define the variable of the duration here so that it can be easily changed. Transition, you can name it whatever you want. Transition duration, let's say 0.5 seconds. Okay, now let's import the image also. Dash image. Let's create a variable for the image also. So if we want to change the image afterwards, we can do it easily. So let's copy the link of the image, that is this one. Let's click on it, then right click and select copy image address. Now let's go to our text editor and paste it between the quotes. Okay, now var light, now let's preview it. Color var light, let's say okay. So it's not showing up. So what we need to do is we have to link the CSS in the HTML file. So we'll write link, then CSS will be main.css. Then let's link the JavaScript file also. So we'll write script and main.js, and we'll add an attribute of defer so that it loads after the page content. The name should be same here. The name of the CSS file should be exactly same, and the name of the JS file should also be same. Okay, now let's go to our CSS file again, and okay, so as you can see, the text color has been changed, so it is now a little bit light. Now let's add the other properties. So font family will be, the default font family will be Bree serif, and the fallback will be sans serif. Okay, then you can see it here, the font is changed. Now we'll give font size of 3 rem, it's too big. 1.3 rem, 1.5, let's say. Okay, 1.5. Then let's add the background image. So we'll write background bg image, and that will write var. We'll use the variable here dash image. Okay, so as you can see the image, we can see the image here, but it's very large. So to fit it, we'll use a property called background attachment, background size, and we'll write cover. So now you can see it's covering the whole page, and then we'll write background position, and it will be bottom. Generally it's center, but in this case I'm using the bottom value because I want this text India to be visible. So since it is positioned at bottom, so the bottom portion will always be visible of the page. Okay, then next one, let's style our navigation bar. So we'll say nav, and so let me tell you that we are going to build the dark mode as a default mode, and then we are going to add light mode as a option. Okay, that means as by default the page is going to be in the dark mode, and then the user can click on the dark mode button or the navigation bar on the navigation bar to change it to light mode. Okay, so first we'll say display flex. So in the navigation we'll say display flex, then You can see the navigation bar, hello India. Now display flex, and then the content will justify content will be justify content will be space between. So it will be this is the navigation bar, hello India, and this portion show this justify content space between means the space will be between these two elements, this element and this element. Okay, this is the unordered list. Now let's give it some height. So height will be 4 rem. Then position will be fixed. Then we'll give it a top of 0, left of 0, and right of 0. Okay, now let's design the brand here. Brand means this hello India. So we'll say nav, and inside that nav we have the brand. So side nav, the brand class, we'll give it a height of 100%. To take the full height of the navigation bar, we'll give it a display property of flex. Then we'll say align items center. Okay, so that the text is centered. You will see it afterwards. See, the text is at the center, okay, of the navigation bar. Then let's give it a padding. Okay, the top and bottom padding will be 0, and left and right will be 1 rem. Okay, then font size a little bit large font, so we'll use 2 rem for that. Okay, so this is done. Now let's design this one. So we'll target the UL element inside the nav element, and it will have a display of flex. Then we are going to give it a height of 100%, and as you can see there are bullets, so we are going to remove these bullets by adding the property list style to none. Okay, so the bullets are gone. Now we are going to style the list items. So we are going to target the list items. So nav ul li means the list item is inside ul and ul is inside nav bar. So we are targeting the list items inside the ul element, inside the navigation element, nav element. So we'll give it a display of flex. This one also display of flex. Then align center. Okay, so as you can see, so it is at the very center. Then we are going to add some padding to it. So the top and bottom will be 0, and left and right will be 1 rem. Then font size will be 1.5 rem. Okay, then I don't think we need this one, but let's just keep it. And let's change the cursor to a pointer, so that the mouse changes from this icon to a pointer icon. So let's save it, and now you can see it changes to a pointer icon. And there is a problem, if we click too much it gets selected, so we are going to change it. So we say user select none, so the user cannot select the text. Okay, then we are going to target we are going to give it a hover effect. Hover effect means when we hover over this element, so there will be a background change, the color of the background will change. So we'll say nav uli hover, and we are going to apply the same property to the brand also, this hello India brand also. So we'll say comma, and then we'll write nav dot brand, and we'll say brand hover, and it will be bg color, background color will be var, and the dark transparent color. Okay, so if you hover over these elements you will see the hover effect. Okay, now let's design our header element, that is this one. So we'll say header, and we'll give it a height of 100% since it is a full page. So we'll give it a height of 100% and give it a height of 100%. And as you can see, it becomes scrollable. Oh, the problem is this footer element. We have to okay, let's fix the footer. Let's comment out the footer. And then after that, after designing the header, we'll uncomment this footer and design it. Okay, for now let's just uncomment, just comment the footer. Okay, now as you can see, the height is 100%. Then we'll give it a display of flex, then flex direction. Now if we apply a flex box, all the content will arrange in a row, so we have to change it. So we'll say flex direction to column. Okay, so now the elements are again arranged in a column manner, in a column fashion. Then next one is justify content center. This will bring all the element to the center of the page. And then we'll say align items center. Okay, so it is at the center now. Then let's give it a background color. Okay, background color of that transparent dark color, transparent. So now it looks better. Now let's change it. We have to change the font also. We'll change the font in the header element and the paragraph element. So there was a little bit of blur behind this image, so let's add it. We can use backdrop filter and use blur here, and I'll give it a blur of 0.1 rem. Okay, 0.1 rem, so it looks better. Now let's target the h1 element inside the header h1, and then we'll say font size to be 7 rem, so it's a bit large font. And letter spacing, we'll put a little bit of letter spacing of 0.5 rem. Okay, the letters are a little bit spaced now. So, and we'll change the font family to be permanent marker, and the fallback will be sans serif. Okay, yeah, now let's change this font. So we have to target the p element inside the header, and the font size will be about 3 rem, and the font family will be satisfy, and fallback font will be sans serif. Okay, so this part is over. Now if you can see, the navigation bar is behind this header element. Okay, so we have to bring it above this header element. So we'll use a z index. So we'll go to navigation, this navigation element, and we'll add z index, and we'll just say 1. Okay, this one will bring it at the top. Now let's design the footer. So let's go to index.html and uncomment this footer here. Now let's design it. We'll go to main.css. So for the footer, so we'll say position will be fixed, then bottom will be 0, left will be 0, and right will also be 0. Okay, and then now we'll do the display of flex, and flex direction will be column. So in case we want to add some other element to it, okay, then next one will be align items center, justify content center. Okay, so it is in the center. Now let's give it a height. So the height will be 3 rem. Height is 3 rem. The font size will be 1.2 rem, a little bit smaller one. And then let's give it a word spacing of 0.2 rem. Okay, so that the words have a little bit of spacing between them. Okay, next, so this is over for the page. Now let's implement the dark and light mode. So by default it will be dark mode, and then now we have to add the light mode. So first of all, let's create a class, and let's add it to the body. So we'll say class, and let's say it will be light. Okay, we'll go to main.css, and now we are going to target this. I'm going to target the body with the light class, inside that the nav element, and inside that the ul, inside that the li element, and the hover. Okay, the hover comma the body. Okay, let's copy it. Nav, sorry, copy nav, and inside that dot brand hover, and let's give it a background color of the light one, the var dash light transparent, actually transparent, light transparent. Okay, so it will light transparent. Okay, so and then we have to change the background color also. So we'll target the body with the light class. We'll have a text color of the dark text colors, dash dark, then and the background color. So we'll target the body with the light class, and inside that the header element, the background color will be the light color, dash light transparent. Okay, so as you can see, so this is the light version of this web page. So now let's make it this way that when a user clicks on this button, the nav button, it will change, it will toggle the dark and the light mode. Okay, so we have to use JavaScript, but before that let's check the class is working. So if we remove this class, this light class, and so it will be the dark mode, and if we add this light class, it will be converted to the it will change to the light mode. Okay, so let's do it. So let's remove this class first. So we have to use JavaScript for that. So before that, let's add a ID to this button. So we say ID equal to mode button btn. Okay, so that we can have a reference to it very easily. So we'll go to main.js, and so we'll write document, const mode button is equal to document dot query selector, and the CSS selector for that button will be hash mode btn. Okay, now we'll say mode btn dot will add an event listener to it, and when this button is clicked, so we'll add event listener of click, and we'll there will be a function, so we'll sorry, I'll be using arrow function here. So what is the function, when this button is clicked, when this button will click, we'll do the following. So first we'll select the document dot body and say class list, document dot body dot class list dot toggle the light LGST. So we'll toggle, when we click this button, we'll toggle the light class. The meaning of this toggle is that if it has the light class, it will remove it, and if there is no light class, then it will add it. Okay, so to have a look at it in action, so let's inspect. So if you see it here, let's pull it down, let's just watch the body. Okay, so when we just look at the body element here, when we click on the dark mode, the light class is added, as you can see, and this turns into the light version of the page. And if we click on this one again, the light class is removed. Okay, so the function of toggle is this one, the class is removed and added. Okay, so now, but one thing that we are not doing is that we are not changing the text here, it is always on, so we have to change it also. So let's do this one. So we'll say mode btn dot inner text is equal to, we'll use a ternary operator here, so we'll say document dot body dot class list dot contains, so we'll class list dot contains, we'll check for this light class here. So if the body element has light class, so it will return true, and we will get this text here, dark mode off, means if this class has the light this light class, if the body element has the light class, that means it is not it is the light version of the application, the web page, so the dark mode will be off, the text will be dark mode off. And if this false, we'll say dark mode is on. So let's test it, dark mode off, dark mode on. Okay, pretty easy. So let's add some transition. Okay, the color changes instantly, so it doesn't look so nice, so let's add some transition to it. Okay, so we'll go to main.css and let's go to the header, and we'll say transition, and we'll do transition to the color property, the text color property, and we'll give it the duration var duration, the transition duration. Okay, that is 0.5 seconds, and again we'll use this transition property. Sorry, this one will be background color, background color, and because the background color is applied to this header element, and the body text, that means all the text in the body will be transition, this one, the text color 0. Not var dash transition duration. Okay, so let's see if it works. So as you can see, the color changes smoothly now. So that's it. If you like the video, then subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and let them know about this cool video. and check my other videos also. I have done about 12 other videos that is in a playlist. You can watch them. So thank you for watching. See you later in the next video.